Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once we have all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Alright, today's visa news update. I'll give you a bit of the updating media news in regards to the international education sector, and also we're going to talk about the new TSME coming in July. Incredibly, the government of Australia is increasing it from what we already have known of 70,000 upwards, and by the last bit of our video we will talk about how the skill migration trend will be for 2024 and 25 for a lot of people who is querying in regards how you're going to migrate for the upcoming year. All right, now first of all, let's jumping to the ABC Listen. Now you can Google this page. This is the well-known Abdul Rasif, who has been working in the immigration profession for many years. Now he is now independent out there and be a analysis and also provide some information. He does have his own website giving out what he believes will be. Now, why am I showing you this interview? Now basically is talking about the international education sector. The topic is scary. Now a lot of people saying that, hey, why are you sharing all this misinformation and causing all the nervousness and also all the panic in the community? Now look, my goal is obviously not to do that. I mean, why would I do that? This channel is serving for all the community, for all the migrants in Australia. Now, the reason I'm providing those information, not just on its accuracy, but also giving out a warning, something that you can have prior and get yourself prepared of what's coming. Whether the upcoming is bad news for you or good news for you, you need to get prepared. Otherwise, when the event hits, you don't have time to actually respond or react to it. So anyway, we are based on the factual information and here to provide all the information. Now look, this is from ABC Listening. It's not from me anymore. It's the well-known migration guru, and he's talking about the migration reform spark college closure fears. Now obviously we have been talking about this for months, almost a year, because we're noticing how the reform of the previous year, the Minister of Education talked about getting rid of the so-called ghost colleges. So that basically with all the reform and policies, it will actually kill. Just look at this. Hundreds of vocational colleges are predicted to close as a result of government's migration crackdown. Now this is not coming from me anymore. This is coming from someone else who has been in the industry, very experienced, and they talking about the same thing as well. You may want to listen to what he has said, but it will basically go along with what we have said, because the vet sector is not gonna go well, and the level of they're putting on the risk level on these institutions, basically allowing one who wanted to apply to come to Australia to study vet courses, very likely that your visa will be refused, thus you'll never actually get enrolled. So a lot of these vocational colleges, yes, that including what they wanted to target with, the so-called ghost colleges, they'll go bust, they will close, and that will be the fact anyway. Now how soon will that be? I think by Christmas we will start seeing something happening. Now some of these colleges or institutions, if they are large enough, that will basically mean they're having a lot of debts, they're having a lot of overheads. Now that will cause them rapidly heading into that direction of administration or bankruptcies. Unfortunately, that's gonna be the fact. And again, this is not coming from me. If you search the same or similar topic nowadays, either from ChatGPT or Google, you will see a lot of media news start popping out, and this is only just the beginning. So that's what's gonna happen, and that will also cause to the major drop numbers of what we talked about international student before. We talked about almost predicting 50 to 90%. Now we don't know. I don't know if the government, the government of Australia has done U-turns so many times in the past 3 years. Will they do a U-turn again? Don't know. We don't know. But if they continue to move on that pathway, well, a lot. I think not just hundreds. Now, hundreds of vocational colleges. That is a lot. That is a lot. And some of the university will suffer as well. So that's the first information there. Now, secondly, unfortunately, well, should we say fortunately or unfortunately? I'm not too sure. Now, the government of Australia is looking to raise up the migration income threshold so their own Australians can have a better and upper income. Now, that's a theory behind it. So, an update for July 1st, the TISMIC will increase from $70,000 to $73,150 per annum. If you're not being offered by this kind of amount, what will that happen to you? You will not be eligible to apply for the 482 visa or the upcoming skills in demand visa. So looks like that's gonna be what they're gonna do, because we just saw the news this morning. They just cannot keep the inflation down, and that's another problem. If the inflation continues to be up there, they will continue to squeeze who? The migrants. And that's what they're gonna do. Unfortunately, we have seen what they have done using the topic of housing crisis and obviously blame on the migrants. And housing crisis is caused by what? By inflation. And so the inflation could not be kept down. Now, this morning's news, the inflation has risen a little bit to 3 point something. Okay, that basically means it's not being kept down. Now, the favorable numbers should be around 2 plus something there. That was the norm. So above 2, we are now above 3. So again, not a really good news for migration, even though locals can make more income, but again, the expenses is rising as well. Now, last but not least, we got to talk about how you can actually migrate to Australia via the skill migration. So again, we have learned from the budget that there's going to be a number of restricted net overseas migration, and we also learned that the independent skill migration subclass 189 has been halved, provided the new point test system will be out soon, and that will allocate mostly to the state nomination and the 491 visa. Now, that left something more concrete. Is the key to skill migration lies on the employment sponsor visa. Now, currently it's under subclass 482 with a number of temporary skill shortage visa, but it will soon be renamed to be skills in demand visa, where you get the employment offer. Now, make sure the employment offer after July that you're getting is over $73,150. Then you be eligible, once you get that visa, you'll be eligible to transfer into permanent residency after 2 years of full-time work experiences. Now, currently, the 482 visa has been dissected into 3 different streams. One is the short-term, the other one is medium, and the third one is the labor agreement stream. So the labor agreement stream will stay the same, and with the skills in demand visa. Now, the other 2 will actually be changed into one is the core skill. Basically, will be the combination of the current short term and the medium term stream together. Now, the other one will be more interesting. it will be something for a higher income level that you have received over annual income of over 130,000, whereby you access to, you don't require to do skill assessment because there is no occupation required to be nominated, and obviously 2 years later you get permanent residency as well. So those are gonna be the incentive that's gonna provide it for the new upcoming general skill migration category, whereby the sole focus will be on the employment sponsored visa, as what the 2024 and 25 financial year will actually focus on. So if you wanted to migrate to Australia via skill migration, that would be the key way to go. Anyway, should you have more question query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.